painted here. Yeah, it's been quite some time since you've seen my lovely mug. What have I been up to? I've been making so many things, made so many paintings, and I'm working on a mermaid tail. I'm doing so many things. It's just absolutely insane. I've been crazy busy, and the panini happened, and I did a couple of videos, I think last year. I know that I did a couple of videos last year during the panini, but at the same time, what happened that kind of kept me away from doing the YouTubes was just a huge wave of depression just totally hit me, and I'm being real with you guys. That was the worst bit. Was, we can deal with the, global panorama, but the depression, now that's something different. That's a different thing entirely. So yeah, it was not fun in the slightest. I hope that you guys have had a better year than I have. I think it's definitely on the upswing though. A lot of cool things happened this year too. Like I graduated. I went back and got my associates. I know that's like, crazy if you knew how old I am. That would be a little bit kind of unusual, but I'm super proud of myself that I did it, especially considering that I have mental illness and found out that I have ADHD, which explains a lot of things. But anyway, what have you guys been up to? Tell me a little bit in the comments below. Like, what's going on? What's your deal? Okay, like what's your deal, man? Like in your life, like what's up, bro? You're all my bros, by the way. I don't know if you knew that. We're all related, and yeah, see you at the reunion. Anyway, so yeah, it's been a couple of months since I've actually posted anything, almost a year actually. I really appreciate you guys who stuck around though. I really thought that I would lose a lot more subscribers than I did, and the fact that I didn't either means that you weren't paying attention, which is totally fine, and I completely respect that, or that you genuinely were holding out hope that I would actually eventually post again. Whichever camp that you're in, I appreciate you. So thank you guys so much. Seriously, it means a lot just that anyone is watching these at all. But yeah, so let's dive right into it. What are we doing today? What's going on? Basically, I wanted to talk a little bit about something that probably no one has talked about since the early 2000s, and it's this band called t.A.T.u. T.A.T.u. I don't know if you ever actually listened to this band. If you did, let me know. I feel like nobody heard much from them after they released like one hit. All the Things She Said, you know that song, that one song, you know the one. The one song that we all listened to in high school if we were emo. I was an emo kid in high school. I don't know if you guys were. If you were, we totally would have been friends. Anyway, I was kind of a little bit of a scenester. Had like a MySpace and all of that cringy stuff that we did back in the day. I totally did that, and so for some reason, ever since high school, I have not been able to completely stop thinking about this freaking band. Okay, it was just two girls, right, in this band, and I think they were like Romanian or something, or Russian, or let me see. You guys are gonna find out with me, actually. We're all gonna go on this journey together. We're all going to do a little bit of detective work to find out what the heck happened to this band. The reason why I couldn't stop thinking about them was because of this like rumor or something that came out during that time when they were kind of getting really big and popular and everybody was listening to that one song. There was this rumor that the girls were not actually like, in a relationship, but they were forced to pretend like they were, like by their agents or whatever, or by their production company. They were forced to pretend that they were actually girlfriends. which is so sus and so creepy, and I can't even imagine, like, they literally weren't allowed to have boyfriends. That's the rumor back in the day. By the way, you guys like my background? I'm in the woods. I'm in the woods. Help. Help me, I'm lost. Anyway. So basically, I wanted to find out, was that rumor true? Were they actually not allowed to have boyfriends at the time? Because allegedly they were both straight. So were they not allowed to have boyfriends? Were they not allowed to have partners? And like, was any of this real? Is this all a dream? Is this a fantasy? Is this real life? I don't understand what's going on. And so we're gonna find out together what happened to t.A.T.u. So basically, I've got, first place to look obviously is gonna be their Wikipedia page. Of course, you know, this is detective work. That's exactly what detectives do, is they go to Wikipedia first. That's what detectives do. All good detectives first start at Wikipedia, okay, when they're, you know, detecting things for a case. So we're gonna go to Wikipedia and we're gonna look up a little bit about this band. So first we're gonna start with kind of like, who the heck were they? And why did they have the A and the T in the middle of t.A.T.u. capitalized? That's something that I'm hoping to detect as well. I'm hoping to come to the conclusion. I'm hoping to find a few answers today. And so, let's see. t.A.T.u. was a Russian music duo that consisted of Lena Katina. Is that actually, that is the cutest name. Oh my God, I literally don't know anything about these girls. Okay, they consisted of Lena Katina and Julia Volkova. The singers were part of a children's music group. Really? Okay. Nepocity, before being managed by producer and director Ivan Shapovalov and signing with Russian record label Neformat. I'm gonna just go with Neformat. That sounds like nefarious. And I like that better because I'm leaning on the dramatic rumor, basically. I'm kind of assuming already that they're the bad guys and the villains of this piece, if you will. t.A.T.u's debut album, 200 po Vystrechnoi. I don't know. I don't know if I can pronounce anything in Russian. Vystrechnoi.
Strichnoi. Trying to sound like Google. Strichnoi.
Pretend that that's right. Tell me in the comments how badly I've butchered these Russian words. Okay, thank you. Was a commercial success in Eastern Europe, and that made the duo sign with Interscope Records to release its English language counterpart, 200 kilometers per hour in the wrong lane, in 2002. The album was certified platinum by the IFPI for 1 million copies sold in Europe and became the first album by a foreign group to reach #1 in Japan. Wow. Huh, I didn't know that. Good for them. You go, girls. Oh my God, that's amazing. It was also certified gold in the United States and included the international hits All the Things She Said, that one song, and Not Gonna Get Us. I think that was the other song that me and my friend always jammed out to as well. I believe there were two, but the one that always stuck in my head was the first one, was All the Things She Said, like their biggest hit. The duo represented Russia in the Eurovision Song Contest in 2003 with the song Ne Ver Ne Boysia, finishing third. t.A.T.u. released the albums Dangerous and Moving and Lyudi Invalidity in 2005 to moderate success after parting ways with Shapovalov. The former was promoted with the international hit All About Us. The duo ventured into other projects such as creating their own production company, T.A.T.u Music, and promoting the film inspired by their story, You and I, in 2008. Okay, that's something I've got to look into. I didn't know there was a movie. Ooh, there it is. Their last pair of albums, oh, here we go. Okay, Veselye, Ulibki, and Waste Management, that one I can say, followed between 2008 and 2009, respectively. t.A.T.u. officially split in 2011, with Katina and Volkova pursuing solo careers. They reunited to perform at special occasions, such as the opening ceremony of the 2014 Winter Olympics in subsequent years. Oh wow, that's actually fairly recent, considering like they were really super duper big in 2002. So yeah, interesting. I didn't realize that they had even performed at all or reunited at all, because from what I've read, they had a very volatile split. And so we're gonna actually skip down to, oh my God, cat hairs are forever everywhere in your life when you own a cat. Like, it's just, they figure out how to find your lip gloss, and that's your fate. If you're wearing lip gloss and you have a cat, you're just gonna constantly be picking hairs out of your lip gloss, and that's your life now. All right, so the disbandment happened in 2011, according to Wikipedia. I trust Wikipedia though with basically my life, so that's my endorsement. At the end of March 2011, t.A.T.u management released a press release. It feels redundant. Okay, released a press release on their official website declaring t.A.T.u over, like donezo. It's funny, the way that they wrote this article is just really funny. Due to conflicts between the girls and them both wanting to pursue solo careers, the duo was officially announced as disbanded. They finalized the duo's discography with a double remix album for Waste Management. The management thanked fans for their loyalty over the past 12 years of the duo's history. After the split, the group decided to focus on their solo careers, both musically and in film. In August 2011, Lena revealed her debut solo single, Never Forget, which eventually charted at #1 on the US Hot Dance Club Songs for a sole week. Volkova was also working on her studio album and released 2 singles, All Because of You and Didn't Want to Do It, but failed to generate interest on the music charts. Really? So whoever wrote this is like not a Volkova fan. They're like not standing her career. All right, so let's see. Oh, the following year she confirmed she would be starring in the dark comedy zombie film 9.5 Zombies, where she plays a heroine. I just love that name. Why not 10 zombies? Like, why did it stop at 9.5? How can you be a half zombie? I'm intrigued, and I have to start like a list here of movies that I need to watch for research purposes, of course. They sound amazing. 2012 to present, it looks like this goes further into their arguments, their actual split. Like the first one, that first bit that we read about their disbandment was kind of like just the, softening the blow for the fans. Like, oh, we just had creative differences, when like behind the scenes they were throwing chairs or something. So here's the chair throwing that we're going into now. So, okay, like I don't really super duper care about this, so I'm gonna skip on down a little bit. Oh, okay, so here we go. Here's some tea for you. On the 5th of March 2014, Volkova posted another video message to her on her official YouTube channel in response to Katina's video. She stated that despite reasons of severe trepidation on the part of Lena about Volkova and her behavior, collaboration between the two was possible, referring to the release of their new single as well as their music video. But like, why though was there so much trepidation? That's what I want to know. Oh my gosh. Okay, so the music video to Love in Every Moment was released in April of 2014. It was released to the Cornetto Rue page on YouTube, in which Katina and Volkova filmed their scenes apart. Yikes. Towards the end of the video, Volkova is shown interacting with a body double of Katina, with the latter's face obscured. The song is a part of the A Sight of Cupid project, which contains several short films about love. In the short film Together Apart, the duo were portrayed as Cupids. On the 22nd of May 2014, both singers introduced the film at the Cannes Film Festival. Due to their conflict and in keeping with Katina's wishes to not interact with Volkova, Both singers had separate interviews with reporters. Volkova announced during an interview with the Italian press that the film would be the last collaborative work between her and Katina. Despite tensions, a petition dubbed "t.A.T.u Come Back" was circulated throughout popular social media websites such as Facebook and Twitter in the hopes that the former duo would resolve their conflicts and return with their long-awaited comeback as they had originally planned. But what were their conflicts? Why did they hate each other so much? It's really hard to actually find, like, what happened? What happened? Okay, so Wikipedia isn't being helpful at all. I mean, like, I'm shocked. I don't know if y'all are shocked. So what happened? I'm just gonna ask Google to tattoo band, and I'm gonna see if Reddit has anything to say about this. There we go. There we go. Here it is. Here it is. So this was actually posted 3 years ago, and this is just a random Reddit post. I don't know if there's, okay, there is a Billboard article linked, so hopefully there's like an interview. Interesting. Okay, so the headline of this article is "T.A.T.u's faux lesbian singer wouldn't accept a gay son." Okay, so that might have also been why they resented each other, because apparently like one of them was a little bit homophobic, and that, I guess, is probably encouraged in Russia considering their anti-gay propaganda. Yikes, though. That is pretty ironic. Okay, let's see, here we go. Yes, yeah, and that's what I remember. In the video for Russian pop duo T.A.T.u's first hit, "All the Things She Said," which peaked at number 20 on the Billboard Hot 100 more than 10 years ago, Yulia Volkova and her, okay, it's Yulia. I've been saying Julia because it's been spelled with a J. Don't come for me. Yulia Volkova and her bandmate Lena Katina kissed and ran around in the rain. Despite playing up the image, the duo later admitted they were only implying a lesbian relationship in order to drum up publicity. Now they're in the news again because Volkova appeared on Russian TV and declared she won't accept a gay son. You can watch the Volkovas, wow, she's moving up. Volkova's interview here. I'm assuming it was probably the Volkova interview. Here, it's in Russian, but Billboard has confirmed the translation on YouTube is correct. After her comment, Volkova admitted to further explain her views to a justifiably confused interviewer. Quote, "A man has no right to be a," insert horrific gay slur here. She said, "Two girls together, not the same thing as two men together. It seems to me that lesbians look aesthetically much nicer than two men holding their hands or kissing." Oh my god. Okay, I was not expecting this from our story. I was expecting a lot more of a sympathetic story here. Like, I do still feel bad for her for, like, the way that they've referenced in this article, like, the whole, you know, shtick of them being lesbians. Like, it sounds like the girls were like consenting to it. I don't remember how old they were at the time. I don't know if they were even of age to consent, but their parents might have signed on. I don't know. It sounds like they were in on it, at least. It doesn't sound like they were like forced based on this reference of it. Now, whether they were forced after the fact, you know, because they were just drumming up publicity presumably for that one song. Whether they were forced after the fact is a different story. But I definitely expected to feel sorry for Volkova. Anyway, but no, that's really horrible. That's just really terrible. And you know, what's unfortunate is that, like, that's not an uncommon rhetoric amongst homophobes. Is like, it's okay for women to be gay because it's like they're just cute best friends or something who happen to kiss sometimes. But for men to be gay, that's like, that's too far. That's too far. That's too taboo. None of that now. You know, gotta 3 feet apart. Holy crap. Okay, so she went on to add, "I want to say that I'm not against gays." Volkova apparently has many gay friends and believes that being gay is all still better than murderers. Volkova, stop. Stop. Stop trying to make it sound better. You're making it worse.
Let me do it over. Shut up. Keep rolling. You're making it worse.
You're making it so much worse, Volkova. Oh my god. Oh my god. Better than murderers, thieves, or drug addicts. If you choose out of all of them, being gay is a little better than the rest. Okay, and again, and to top it all off, she claims being gay is a choice. To top it all off, on this horrible Sunday, she claimed that being gay is a choice. I believe that she believes that. I believe that she believes that being gay is a choice. Holy crap, the ignorance. And I bet you anything, what's really sad is like, I bet you anything that a ton of her fans were gay teens. They were looking at these teenagers acting, of course, but still like promoting, you know, gay relationships in their music video, and they were thinking, oh my gosh, this is really affirming for me. And now to hear this, like, holy crap, Volkova, no. Oh my god. And I wonder if Lena, if she has similar thoughts on homosexuality, on people, you know, who are gay. So oh my god, the shade at the end of the article. They end the article by saying, maybe this represents all the things she shouldn't have said. Oh my god. I'm deceased. Oh my. We're going back to the Reddit post where I found this link, okay? Honestly though, that probably is her being nice. like honestly, because that was what she said to an interviewer. That was her thinking, oh yeah, no, this is completely fine for my PR. Like, oh my god. No, so like imagine what she says behind closed doors. Like, I'm just saying, like, not throwing shade, but like a little bit throwing shade because like she's a homophobe. But anyways, like, oh my god. I'm sorry, I'm laughing. Holy crap, like if you were a fan of t.A.T.u and you're just finding this out, like, I'm so sorry. I'm sure that that's actually really difficult to hear, but I'm pretty sure, because this is kind of old news, so if you were a fan, you've probably heard about this before. I'm just laughing because of how shocking it is. Come here, baby. It's okay. It's okay. Oh my gosh, Shyamalan Who? This is the craziest twist. What are you doing? What are you doing? So, yeah, basically, my cat's telling me that I've been recording for long enough. So I'm just saying, like, it's really wild. The more that you learn about the way that these images are crafted, especially taking at least one girl who's insanely homophobic, I'm just gonna say, you know, and then putting these people in positions where we have such a different view of who they are based on what's presented to us. Like, that is absolutely insane. And the consent is what I was most concerned about, and still am most concerned about with this subject of like pop stars and young influencers. I mean, just influencers in general. That's crazy to me that like, that they did this with two girls. And I just also still will never understand like why in Russia of all places was like, you know, a pair of LGBTQ plus icons started. Seeing the representation of t.A.T.u, you know, of LGBT in t.A.T.u's music video, like that was probably really huge for a lot of people who were struggling with understanding their own identity at the time. The early 2000s were not friendly to LGBTQ plus people. They were not friendly to anyone who identified as queer. I don't think that it was just such a rarity, and it's just so crazy. Some of the first like representation that a lot of us were exposed to of like, it's like, this is acceptable. This isn't like a stereotype. They're just literally, they're in love. You know, it's high school sweethearts, but still, like, they were super cute and just running around and singing about each other, and it was wholesome. Oh my gosh. So interesting. Oh, I could never last in Russia. I just read a comment that says, but yes, it's actually seen as aloof and borderline effeminate to be smiley to Russians. There's no such thing as a smiley Russian unless, as previously stated, they've drunk a good deal of vodka. Toured Russia can confirm it was explained to me that life is a serious matter and that is how you should appear in public. Smiling in public was considered the sign of a con artist or an idiot. Now imagine how a bunch of grinning American tourists look to the locals. Oh my gosh, that explains so much. Okay, that explains so much how we're viewed in Russia. Because like over here, it's kind of considered rude not to smile at someone who smiles at you, at least here in the South. I don't know how it is in the North, but yeah, that's crazy. Okay, total tangent, but now I've learned I should never go to Russia because I'm just gonna look like a stupid idiot. So I'm just smiling, laughing all the time. It's normal for me. It's just normal for me. I can't help it. So basically, what did we learn today? I don't know. I guess that we've learned that Volkova's a homophobe. It shouldn't be surprising because of her culture, but it was to me still. I'm trying to figure out whether I should keep going on this deep dive. We've detected a little. We've peeled back a layer. Should I go all in with t.A.T.u? Okay, so this is interesting. This is another Reddit post. And it was 7 months ago. It was posted by a user by the name of Jules1310. So I'm just gonna look at this one more Reddit post real quick and just for the sake of detecting for a full hour. We're gonna spend a full hour detecting this. So this post is titled "The Strange and Homophobic History of Queer Icons, t.A.T.u." So it specifically is talking about t.A.T.u. and their apparently homophobic history. I guess it's been kind of gone back for a while. Yeah, so it links to an article by Junkie, and it's got the same title there. So basically, okay, this is the way that they're doing this. So it's 2006. I'm sitting cross-legged, my face about 30 centimeters from the lounge room television. I've plugged my headphones into the aux jack at the front of the unit and I'm clutching the VCR remote close to my chest. I managed to record the music video for All the Things She Said and was watching it on repeat. I was fixated by this clip, the spooky green lighting, chaotic camera movement, and of course, the hot lesbian schoolgirls making out in the rain in front of a crowd. Okay, go off, I guess. I couldn't stop watching it. I plugged my headphones in to keep it quiet from my parents in the next room. At 12 years old, I figured my obsession with the video was because of its crass content. It was shocking, scandalous, and thrilling to watch. In heterospect, the art of looking back on your life and reflecting on the moments you should have known you're gay. Oh my god! I learned a new word. That's hilarious. Okay, I was addicted because it was the first time I'd seen lesbians on screen. It was the first time I'd seen two girls kiss, and my world was about to change. And see, this is exactly what I was talking about. This is the writer of an article, so it is just their experience, but I assume that it's probably the experience of many people around that time, who identified similarly. Going back to the article, at the time, All the Things She Said was one of the most controversial music videos ever recorded. Released in 2002 by Russian pop duo t.A.T.u, it was a worldwide success, peaking at the top of the charts in Australia, Denmark, Germany, Ireland, Italy, Japan, New Zealand, Norway, Switzerland, and the United Kingdom. It immediately made waves. It was banned on ITV in the UK, and other campaigns to get it censored claimed it pandered to lesbians and it was the hot topic at my primary school as teachers warned parents not to have rage on family televisions. I guess that's maybe their MTV or something, lest the sinful music video play. Thank God for VCR recorders. That's so funny. The controversy around this song, however, would only be the beginning of a long, problematic, and complex legacy of the duo, a story that even after they had broken up continued to unfold. As it is today, as it is right now unfolding before us. This girl loves that girl. t.A.T.u was formed in 1999 by music producer Ivan Shapovalov and his business partner who wanted to create a Russian musical project with teenage girls at the center. They apparently drew inspiration from the Swedish film Show Me Love, which centers around two schoolgirls who find themselves in an unexpected romantic relationship. The name was chosen to sound like tattoo, like you're tattooing yourself, or getting a tattoo. Don't tattoo yourself. getting tattooed. While being a shortened version of the Russian phrase, whatever that is, ta something to, meaning this girl loves that girl. The lesbian iconography of t.A.T.u was intentional from the start, epitomized in all the things she said. t.A.T.u, made up of Lena Katina and Yulia Volkova, Yulia, that's it, that's why I couldn't remember her names because I botched it, leaned heavily into the band's controversial persona. In 2003, they were asked to appear on NBC, but under the condition that they didn't make out or comment on the Iraq war. Those are hilarious conditions. Like, can you imagine? Oh my God. Like, in the same sentence. They protested by performing on The Tonight Show with Jay Leno with white shirts with, ooh, okay, I assume that's probably like bad words, but I don't know. But it's all in Russian. Sprawled across in black text. The phrase translating to F the war, yes, indeed. It was, I was correct. Katina and Volkova then made out behind their hands during a break in their performance. In the video below, the cameras cut away for around 20 seconds. Oh my God, that's kind of hilarious. That's so punk rock. They went on to represent Russia in Eurovision in 2003, placing third. By then, they were considered gay icons, and their queerness on a public stage was a huge deal to those in the closet like myself. They were a stark contrast to the overwhelmingly hetero pop scene of the time. But then things took a turn. Here we go. Okay, I should have started with this article, and if I edit out a whole ton of this, I'm definitely keeping this stuff in because it was super helpful. Okay, gay for pay. In December 2003, the behind the scenes, I kind of loved some of the spelling errors you find in articles. It's amusing to me. The behind the scenes documentary Anatomy of t.A.T.u aired on Russia television. The girl's sexuality was officially confirmed. Katina and Volkova weren't actually lesbians. Their apparent queerness was simply a marketing strategy driven by Shapovalov. Ooh, there it is. The documentary also revealed that Katina was pregnant and that she visited religious confession regularly, believing that her career forced her to act sinfully very often. Oh, that's so sad. It's literally acting, okay? Like, even if you know what I mean? Like, even if you are convicted, this is not for me, right? You're literally like acting. Like, immediately, t.A.T.u's legacy suddenly became very murky. Clearly, their calculated use of queerness for money was tasteless and offensive. At the same time, the impact of a music video with two femmes making out being shown on screens around the globe can't be tossed aside. Personally, it was groundbreaking. t.A.T.u's secret, quote unquote, was revealed over a year after their infamous song came out on Russian TV nonetheless. I, being one of their most devoted fans, was none the wiser to the fact that they weren't queer. We had no reason not to believe them. Why would you lie about being a lesbian in 2003 when homophobic stigma was even more aggressive than it is today? It's true, and that's why I think it was such a huge shock to us when it turned out, like when all of those rumors were swirling around, which proved to be true, that they were actually straight. That was so shocking back then, and it just, mind blown. I just still, to this day, I remember how shocked I was when that first came out, so I relate with this author here. The group then swerved from one controversy to another, some about last-minute gig cancellations and many about the ongoing issues of co-opting queerness to sell records. They continued making records that did reasonably well across the globe, but none to the level of the album that All the Things She Said was on, 200 kilometers per hour in the wrong lane. There we go. I was trying to read the Russian version of that title. In a particularly disgraceful moment, the duo faced a lawsuit in 2006 over their song Люди Invalidi, literal translation, disabled people. Oh my gosh, I said that earlier too, like I said the Russian name earlier. Oops, yikes, I'm sorry, it's just like so crass. The liner notes accompanying the CD stated that this disabled people do not know what it means to be a human being. They're fakes inside the human form. They do not live but function. Oh my God. Okay, hang on. Katina tried to clarify that they were speaking about moral invalids, people who do not have a soul and human feelings. Okay, there could be a translation issue there. I'll give her the benefit of the doubt. I don't know anything about the song, so I'll give her the benefit of the doubt right this time. But Katina, you're on thin ice now too. All right, t.A.T.u was straying further from the righteous activist image that they had cultivated so well at the start of their career. They had solidified themselves in the queer canon, influencing a generation of young queers, only to proceed to blow up their legacy over and over again. Perhaps catching wind of their struggling personal brand, Katina and Volkova released a statement in 2007, quote, Many of our fans of alternative sexual orientation thought that we lied and betrayed them, they wrote. This is not true. We've never done that, and we've always advocated love without boundaries. The lie detector test determined that was lies. A few weeks later, they performed at the Moscow's Pride Parade celebration. So, okay, internal conflict, muddying legacy. Yikes! Yeah, in a 2011 interview, Volkova stated that she wouldn't accept having a gay son. Let's go into that. Quote, God created man for procreation. It is the nature. The man for me is to support. I won't accept a gay son. Is the support. A man has no right to be a, there's the slur again. I just want my son to be a real man, not a slur. Oh my lord. She then tried to backpedal saying, I have many gay friends. I believe that being gay is still better than, oh my god, I'm not gonna read that quote all again. Okay, for what it's worth, Katina publicly condemned Volkova's statements. So Katina, you're not so bad. Like, good on you. That's great. You know, honestly, I don't blame you for having internal conflicts with her. I don't blame you at all. She sounds very conflicted. She sounds like a very conflicting person. Yikes. Okay. So I guess, honestly, it doesn't say very much more about their internal conflicts either, but it definitely says Katina has since attempted to restart her singing career while Volkova has largely faded from sight. I wonder why. Because you're trying to appeal to an international audience. You have to understand how horrible that is. And honestly, even just for the Russian audience that are closeted because of their culture, you have to understand what you did and then to pull a rug out from under them like that and just completely invalidate their identities. Like, that's really freaking sad. That's really freaking sad. Like, dude. Man. Anyway. My mom told me in 2007 that the aux jack on the front of the TV means that the sound goes into your headphones and plays out loud. The whole time I was playing all the things she said on repeat, she was well aware of what was happening. Aww. And she didn't shame them. Oh my gosh, she didn't shame her. That's really sweet. I assume. That's how she ended her article, so I assume. Okay, so yeah, wow. I definitely learned some things I didn't expect to learn about this band. I definitely thought that I would feel worse for them, but it sounds like they were kind of going along with the whole shtick the entire time, and that feels like more of a betrayal, which is crazy. That completely shifts the narrative. I always remember that they were kind of painted as the victims in this, that the producers were, you know, sort of the villains of this piece. And wow, was I wrong? Like, holy crap, that's crazy. They were definitely not the people that they portrayed themselves to be, not just on the identity sphere, like with their orientation, but also just like, holy crap, like the fact that they were so okay with marketing themselves as something they're not to people who were desperate for representation in the media. Like, that is absolutely insane to me. Oh boy, that's not a good look. Anyway, so now that you've learned what you've learned, what do you guys think about this band and about everything that you've learned? Do you have any other icons that you'd like to do kind of a little bit of a deep dive on? Do you have any other, you know, were you a scene kid in high school? Tell me that. Were you a scene kid in high school? Were you a scene kid in junior high? I was both of those things. I was a scene kid in junior high. I was a little bit less of a scene kid in high school, but still totally a little tiny touch goth. Like goth light. You know, like I wouldn't wear anything that would scare my parents, but I 100% liked the goth aesthetic. So yeah, tell me about yourselves. What's going on? What have you been up to? Like, it's been so long since we've talked. Like, I feel like I need to reacquaint myself with you. Like, I feel like we need to get reacquainted, man. Anyway, it was great seeing you guys again, getting to talk to you guys again, and I missed y'all. I hope you have an amazing day, and I will see you guys next time. Bye. Hey, it's me again. I just wanted to ask that you guys like this video. If you liked my content here today, if you liked what I did today with this crazy deep dive into a random obscure Russian band that nobody probably has even heard of, did you like my video? Did you like what content I put out? If you do like my content, I would love for you to hit that subscribe button. Remember to turn on the notification bell so that you can be notified every time that I upload a video, which will be a lot more frequent than every 9 months that I pop out a baby video. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.